Yo, it's the free man here. I wanted to talk about an issue with this guy, Tony Sotomayor. The first thing that I've noticed with his videos is the attack against black women. I watched a few of his videos, and I came across something he was talking about, and it seemed conscious, it seemed uplifting to the black community, and that's what I thought he was about. At that time, he wasn't talking about black women, of course. He was talking about society as a whole. And I said, okay, that's a good word. He's speaking the truth. And as I watched his videos, I noticed there was a theme starting to manifest in his videos, and that theme was tear down the black woman. Now, as I watched the videos, he points out that, well, I've gotten responses from black women saying that's not true, you don't know what you're talking about, and they've gotten into these altercations and words were being exchanged, insults were thrown around, and they call him tar baby or gay and all it is, and he responds and calls them black ghetto gorillas and black bitches and all of this. And that's a theme now. Every video has a disgraceful display of the essence of a black woman. And some of the things that really drove me to make videos in response to this guy is the fact that he posts videos about stories, news that happens in the hood. You know, someone is killed, someone is murdered, you know, someone does something in retaliation to someone. And I came across a story, there were several, but one that sticks out the most is this lady's daughter was killed by her boyfriend. The boyfriend killed his girlfriend. And reporters came to interview the mother. And the mother, understandably, was distraught. She's upset. She's infuriated. She's still going through the mourning process. In a keynote, people react to death differently. Everyone is different. Some people may have a very hard heart, an extreme hardened heart over things of that nature. So I understood her anger and not wanting to be bothered by reporters. And what happens is racial tension is brought about in those situations because the lady was white who was coming in, and you're coming into the hood, and I'm not condoning racism, but racial tension will come about when anger comes about if there's something there that is still a problem, right? We even do it to ourselves. A black person will call another black person a nigger. Not nigger. They will call him a nigger if they get angry enough. Because, hey, you would be acting like a nigger. And that wouldn't be racist, right? But in that setting, to other black people, they would say, what are you, racist? You racist against your own kind because you called me a nigger. You didn't say nigger, you said nigger. You don't like your kind? A white person does it. It just adds fuel to that fire of racial tension. Even if that white person is not racist, if they got angry enough, they would say nigger, right? Because that subconsciously is the negative energies arsenal to keep wars going. But the lady said, I wanted to just point that out, but the lady points out that she warned the reporter several times. I do not want to be bothered. Leave me alone. I don't have time for this such and such. She didn't say it in that sophisticated manner, politely as that, but the reporters got the point. They kept at it. They kept trying to ask her questions, you know, getting greedy. They want that extra money for getting that top story, so they just disregarded her warnings and her request to be left alone. And the lady decides to sick her pit bulls on them because they would not leave. Now, which I think is justified. I think the reporter deserved what she got. Right? But Mr. Tommy Sotomayor responds in saying nothing about the tragedy in response to the video. Nothing about the tragedy, no. What he points out is how ghetto the black lady is. Her physical appearance. How she looks. How in the world do you disregard that tragedy only to talk about how that woman looks? Are you kidding me? Seriously. And then have the nerve to praise the white woman in the video. See, I get a sense of obsession with white women with this guy because he's never uplifting black women. He never shows a video of a black woman going to college in 2 months from graduating. He never uploads positive representations of the black woman. It's always negative representations. So there's a Maury Povich, a Jerry Springer gossip mess type of mentality, and yet you had a nerve to get on there and rant as if you're consciously concerned about the conditions of the black woman today. You're not concerned, because if you were concerned, instead of calling them black bitches and ghetto bitches and hair-headed hooligans and all of this nonsense, you would actually go to seminars. You would actually create seminars and these speakings and these interventions and going to colleges and going to elementaries and middle schools and high schools and colleges and speaking to young black women and young black men to uplift themselves and think positively and act positively. But yet no, you just upload twerking videos of some models who shouldn't be on your radar. They shouldn't be on your radar. See, I get a sense of what you are is you're like the white man to the black woman. You don't respect her mind, but you respect her body. And you hear it out of your mouth all the time. Oh, I wouldn't date her. I wouldn't try to talk to her, but I would fuck her. I would have sex with her because she's fine. So you're no different than the rappers that you complain about calling females bitches and hoes and shaking their ass all around, because you have that same mentality. So how in the world are you going to complain about the issues if you are part of the issues? So to wrap it up in a nutshell, all you are is this, I'm not going to call you an Uncle Tom or this Sambo or this sellout, but you're treading that line, because you're a sellout in the sense of getting on YouTube just to get views, for people to watch your views, because you make a little money off of spreading nonsense about the black woman. How about making some money becoming a public speaker and getting fame off of that about uplifting the black community? No, we can't do that. We gotta hop on YouTube and trash the black woman, and they had a nerve to complain when they retaliate and call you all these names. And then you want to play the victim role. Oh, what do you expect me to do when all of these black women are flooding my Facebooks and my YouTube accounts with all of this nonsense? Hey, it didn't just start like that. Somebody started it. And no black woman is just gonna get on there and rant and rave about you without a source. That's very cowardly. That's less of a man. I think you're less of a man to try to blame a female for gossip when you're stirring the pot with the gossip your damn self. You started it. Then you're gonna try to play the victim role? Then have the nerve to talk about black men and how worthless and weak black men are. But you're an example. You're the prime example of that. You're the ironic example of a weak black man. Yes, we all know black females are very tough. It's a struggle dealing with black women. They agitate you, but that's with every female. Black women are a little bit tougher. So you have to be a strong black man to deal with those problems. Because with all women, if there's frustration, there's hurt somewhere. A lot of black women talk the way they talk to black men and agitate black men because of a hurt. And they have pride. So they won't say it. They won't explain that hurt. They'll just pridefully agitate you, because that's what they have been used to doing. So in conclusion, I'll probably come back with another video. In conclusion, before you hop on YouTube trashing the black woman, you need to take a look in the mirror and say, what am I doing to my culture? What am I doing to my community? I'm tearing my community down. I need to stop making these videos. But he won't stop doing it. You know why? Because it's like crack. See, he has gotten obsessed and addicted to the popularity behind his trashing black women. So all of his supporters, all of you people out there, don't defend him when a black woman lashes out against him for trashing the black woman. You notice you rarely see him talking about black men because he know them black men gonna get in his ass. They'll probably come try to find where he at. See? It's mainly the black women he's talking. There's plenty of black men out there. You can make a shitload of videos talking about how crazy and ghetto and disgraceful these young black men are. There's plenty of them. But see, he doesn't want to do that because he know black men in that environment, in that mentality would come at him. So basically what you're doing is tearing down somebody you can take advantage of. Senseless. Stop making those videos.